Hey, what's happening? Jason Woodland back again with Always the Journey TV. Thank you very much for joining us. We are on episode number 25. So we are rocking this thing. Ultra excited to introduce to you to so many wonderful friends around the community and the different work they do. The objective of Always the Journey TV is to share with you people who are passionate about what they do out there in the community, about their jobs, their businesses, their artwork, their event spaces, and everything in between. I love being able to introduce people to others, and it's been really cool because I've actually seen so far where a handful of people said, dang, I've known so-and-so on your interview for so many years, and I didn't realize they were doing that thing. And so it's been able to open that up a bit as well. Small business shout out actually goes to this company here. Let's see here, B-Craft Consult. I actually met them at the Murray Farmers Market over the summer, and I bought this little lip balm here. It's an organic lip balm, if you can see that. I really like it. I've really been enjoying it. You can check them out at bcraftconsult.tech. I haven't checked out their website yet, but I've been using this and I've been quite happy about it. So yeah, check them out, local business. So anyway, today I'm really excited to introduce to you a very dear friend of mine, Dustin Black. We've known each other for over 25 years. Time flies. It's wild. So anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about Dustin and some of his history before I bring him on. So Dustin was born in Oklahoma in 1975. He spent his early childhood as an Army brat, bouncing around between Oklahoma, Utah, Texas, and Germany with his parents and his older brother. Utah became semi-permanent home around 1980 to 1981 after his parents split up. He lived out in West Valley City up until about the age of 16, and then he moved to the east side to the Holladay area in the summer of right before the 11th grade. And that's where he attended Cottonwood High School, and that's where we met. In fact, I'll just share a really quick fun story. We were in an art class together. It was Mr. Bill's class. And we were talking about art, and we were talking about graphic design and these types of things. And I wore a Body Count t-shirt. If you remember the band Body Count, it was Ice-T's metal band. And it had something written on the back that was very controversial, of which I did get in trouble for. But when Dustin saw that, we just became fast friends, and we've been friends ever since. I'm very thankful for that. So Dustin discovered punk rock at the age of 13 years old when he raided his stepbrother's tape collection, where he found bands like Black Flag, Sex Pistols, and Minor Threat. Definitely some great bands there. Ages 14 to 15, he got deeper into the hardcore music scene and attended his first hardcore punk show. And then he's seen Bad Brain, Sick of It All, Leeway at the Speedway Café, and virtually everything in between. He picked up the guitar at the age of 14, but didn't get confident enough to play with others until the ages of 16 and 17, where he started a band called Lifeless in 1995. And I actually was able to pull out of my my collection the actual Lifeless 7-inch. This is a record, and he has me in his special thanks list, so proud of that. So anyway, Lifeless came out in 1995. They toured all over the country, and they were very popular at that time. He played shows and released this 7-inch here in about a 2 to 3 year time period. His first job was at Lagoon at age 15. That would be the place to be at the age of 15. And Sbarro Pizza at age 16. I would have probably eaten all of the inventory. And then became a silk screen printer at age of 20. And then delivery driver and offset printing at age 22. He got into graphic arts at the last printing shop that he worked for, and did freelance graphic arts for several years after that. He started working at his stepdad's camera repair shop in 2003, 2 weeks after his youngest child was born. Dustin has two great kids, Gabriel and Claire. He was married to his first wife for a few years after his last child was born, and they split in 2006. His wife now, September, they've been married since 2018. Dustin loves to play guitar, hanging with homies and family, watch horror and sci-fi movies with his, he said, are his jam. He enjoys metal, hardcore, punk, classical, country, and folk music. He loves camping and the outdoors in general, and loves spending time with his parents and his family at their cabin in Oakley, Utah. So I'm extremely excited to bring on my friend Dustin Black. What's up, brother?
What's up, my brother? How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing awesome. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday. I've got casual day going on. What's going on with you?
Not much. Just finishing out my week here at work and trying to get as much done as possible so I don't have to come in on the weekend.
Nice. That's awesome. So you're at work right now. I want to learn more about what it is your business does, because I know that there's people that I know that would be able to utilize your guys' services. So can you tell me, first of all, like backing up a little bit, what inspired you to get involved with the family business all to begin with?
It just seemed like a good fit at the time. My stepdad started this shop way back in 1971 before I was born. And so my mom and my stepdad have been together since I was around the age of 6 in the early 80s. And so I kind of grew up with him, being around him running this place and, seeing all the work that he did. To be quite honest, I had zero desire growing up to come down here and start working. I'd come and hang around and, see him and his techs taking apart all these complicated machines and seeing, 15,000 screws and little tiny parts laid out on a desk, and it seemed really intimidating for a young kid to see something like that. Fast forward quite a few years, and my second child, my daughter Claire, had just been born. We were struggling as a young family, trying to get the bills paid and trying to balance family and work life. And my stepdad, he had offered a few times over the years to have me come down and work, and I, politely refused. And but when you're on your second child and you're looking for extra income, you'll consider a lot of things that you maybe wouldn't have considered before. So he said, you could come down here and make some money. So I actually just came down and just to check it out and started training. And he started, throwing stuff in front of me and just said, take this apart and see if you can fix it, and then put it back, put it back together and see if it works. And so it was sort of trial by fire for me in that regard. And at the beginning, I actually worked at the print shop and here at the same time for about 3 years. And then after a while, I got better at doing this job, and so I was able to quit the print shop job, and here we are. My daughter, like I said, I started here the same year my daughter was born. She's now 17. She'll be 18 in February. And so been here ever since, man.
Nice. So tell us more specifically about the business. So what is it that you guys do exactly?
We specialize in camera repair. Basically anything, it kind of explains itself in a basic sense. If you drop your camera or lens or anything or video camera, you bring it to us, and we take a look at it, and we let you know how much it's going to cost to fix it, and then we fix it. We branched out into, like I said, we can do pretty much any kind of still camera photography. We're still doing a lot of old film cameras. We can do pretty much most modern digital cameras, video cameras. For a while there, I was repairing iPods and stuff like that. But with the newer era of iPods, of course, isn't really something that is repairable. But we did do that for a while. Once in a while, I've never done it as part of the shop, but we've done phone screens and stuff in the past. But I haven't been able to figure out how to make that very profitable for this shop. So, but I do have that capability.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah, basically camera repair. Yeah, anything you take pictures with that's malfunctioning, bring it on down.
Okay, cool. And can you work with any kind of brand of camera?
We can work with any brand. With the manufacturers these days, it gets a little dicey because a lot of them don't sell parts and give us very little support. It seems to be going that way more and more lately with the manufacturers, but we have quite a few resources that we can employ to try and get things done, get things repaired. If we're not able to repair it, we do offer sending stuff to the factory for you, in which you just pay us the shipping costs and we send it to the factory and deal with them while it's there and manage your repair that way. But we try to do majority of our repairs in-house right here at the shop.
Okay, great. Is there a particular brand or brands that you really like to dedicate time working on?
There are brands that are easier to work on, just better designed, and kind of modular and compartmentalized, where you can kind of take it down piece by piece and replace just a single part and then reverse back out and get it back together. But mostly the manufacturers I like to work with these days are the ones that give us support, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So we still get a lot of support from Sony, as far as like getting parts breakdowns and diagrams, so that we're able to efficiently and properly diagnose customers' cameras and figure out exactly what parts we need. Canon is pretty good about that. Nikon was one of the best up until just this year. We've been an authorized Nikon repair center for since my dad started the shop in the 70s, and then and we've been they were one of the last ones to ever fly us out and give us training and stuff on their new product.
Mm-hmm.
But just with the way the economy and the world economy and globalization has been working in the last 10-25 years, just this last year, Nikon sent us a letter saying, in March we are canceling your contract and we are not doing business with you or any other independent repair shop going forward, which means you can't buy parts from them at all at this moment. So that was a little bit of a bummer for us, but right now we're still managing. We have a graveyard full of dead cameras that we're able to steal parts from. We have third parties we can steal parts from. A lot of times we have to order parts from overseas to fix Nikons, but we're making do for now.
Okay. All right, cool. So what geographic locations do you mainly cover?
Well, since we're the only repair shop within a few states, we just have the one shop. But we just because of because of internet and social media, a lot of people discover us from all over Utah, from surrounding states. We get a lot from Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Nevada. We get stuff from all over the country. So we can pretty much serve anywhere. If you want to package up your camera and send it to us, we have no problem. Shipping is an easy thing for us to deal with. We can give good instructions for people on how to ship their equipment properly. So if you're not in the Salt Lake Valley, if you're far away, don't want to make the drive, give us a call. We can instruct you on the best way to get that camera packaged up and sent off to us. We will call you as soon as we receive it to confirm. And then we'll evaluate your equipment, call you back with an estimate, and go from there.
Nice. And you guys are located in the South Salt Lake area. What is your address again, please?
Our address is 40 West Century Parkway, which is 2950 South. So we're between Main and West Temple on 2950 South.
Okay, perfect. And you guys are open like traditional, 8 to 5 Monday through Friday?
Currently, we are open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's pretty close to what our normal hours have been for a long time. But with this whole COVID thing, our hours have sort of gone up and down and all around, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're like, we used to be open till 5:30. That's about the only difference right now. But yeah, right now we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Okay. All right, cool. So, Dustin, what does your client look like? So if someone were watching this interview and they said, gosh, I could be the perfect candidate to get my camera fixed, or they had a referral for you, what does that person look like? Is there a particular type of camera or something that you think would be the best thing, or just cameras in general, like you were stating?
Yeah, pretty much just cameras in general. Anyone that has a broken camera, whether you're a professional or or a semi-pro, or just someone that likes to take pictures when you're out hiking, or whatever, just just anyone that needs us is what we, is the people we serve. Of course, we have our regulars that are, professional photographers that have a lot of equipment. Of course, we usually see, they're the ones that become the most repeat business for us.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's see, what is the best way for a potential client to get a hold of you guys?
Pretty much any traditional method, phone, email, social media. You can contact us through Facebook Messenger. You can get at us through Instagram Messenger. I'm usually I'm the one that responds to the social media messages, and I try to be as quick as possible. If you call down to the shop, we have some administrators up there helping people, checking in customers, answering phones. So, but they're all trained and very knowledgeable. So anyone you get a hold of down here should be able to help you.
Okay, awesome. So Forsters, and on Instagram, if they typed in @Forsters, would they find you under that?
They should. I think it says Forsters SLC or something like that on our Instagram handle. But yeah, if you just do a search, just do and the trickiest part is getting the spelling right, because it's Forster, which is a little bit unusual. It's not Forester, it's Forster, which is my stepdad's last name.
Okay. All right, great. So as we go to a wrap up, I like to ask all of my interviewees, what is your favorite quote or your favorite song, or both?
Man, we could go another 25 just on my favorite quotes.
Rad.
One of my favorites that I always seem to go back to. I don't even know that it's my favorite quote, but it's one that I think is very very apropos to the times we've been living in this stupid COVID era.
Yep.
It's by Winston Churchill, right?
Yeah.
And the quote is, and I'm sure most people have heard it before, if you find yourself in hell, keep going.
I love that. Yeah, that's definitely one of my faves as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Dustin, it's so great to have you on and to be able to see and say what's up, because it's been a while, I mean, we last went to lunch right before everything went to hell in a handbasket.
I remember. Yep. I know. I remember talking to you shortly after that and thinking, man, hopefully this dries up in a week or two or a month, and I can go to lunch with Jason again. And I remember talking to you and saying that.
Yep.
And here we are, 9 months later, no end in sight, but hey, we got the video chat.
Yep.
We can do a social distance lunch. We're just going to have to start finding different ways of doing things. So
yeah.
It's been a real honor to be on here with you and talk to you. I always love to talk to you.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
So yeah, I love what you're doing here with this. I love that you're a local business outreach guru. So yeah, it's been a real honor to be on and talk with you today.
Thanks, brother. That means a lot. Yeah, so I'll have you hang tight in the green room for just a few moments as we wrap this show up. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you in a sec.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it, my man Dustin Black down there at Forster's Camera Repair Shop. So to everybody who's got a camera, all of you photographers, they work with everybody. So definitely give them a call. Check them out on social media. These guys are extremely good at what they do. They've been doing it for decades. And then, like I said, hit them up on social media, give them a call, learn about these guys. And yeah, let's support local. Let's get out there and do our best. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us on Always the Journey TV. I sincerely appreciate it. Definitely hit us a thumbs up. If you've got a comment, throw that in the comments as well. Dustin and I will jump in there and answer your questions to the best of our ability. And also throw us a subscribe. We'd love to have you on the channel. So thank you very much for joining us. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Take care.